What's up, guys? This is BrightPianist117, aka Segway. I had this concept a few months back. I really wanted to do, I think back in September when I did my first legit vid, like my first vid I put music over it and everything, based around the idea, the concept of just like progressing through shuffling. Wound up never happening. I got lazy, and some stuff came up, so I'm not entirely at fault, but stuff came up. Nothing I could do. Wound up not doing it. Then, I was going to do it again 2 months back, but with a different concept, this time talking about just general stuff in the shuffling and underground dance community. Wound up not going through. So, now I'm back, and I have this concept of talking about the stuff that interests me in the shuffling and the underground dance community, you know. This isn't going to entirely be a shuffle blog. It's going to be primarily a shuffle-related blog, you know, just about rocking in general. But it's also going to include stuff like tectonic. It's going to include stuff like free step, gloving, glowing, glow stringing, I don't even know what else. Brisbane stomp. There's jump style, hard jump. There's just so many different kinds of styles out there of underground dance that I could really talk about and focus on. But primarily I'm going to go with Melbourne Shuffle because that's just what I do best, that's just what I know best, that's just what I feel best. So, by the way, I apologize for rubbing my nose. I think I'm getting cold, or my allergies are acting up, summer and all that. So, that's the base idea. Before I go any further, though, I want to give props to Big Milan. His link will be in the description or somewhere on this magical YouTube screen. I don't know. I don't usually put links like that on the video itself. I'm going to try to start doing that, though. You guys should definitely go subscribe to him if you haven't already. He has a lot of good blogs. I don't always agree with him. I don't always agree with everything he says. But he says it with such conviction that at times I feel as if I could agree with him if I wanted to. But I don't always want to agree. His videos cover a broad range of topics, and the kinds of stuff he talks about are a lot of common questions, and I feel as if he answers them well. He answers them in detail, not so verbose so that one can't get into it, but not so minimally so that somebody who has another question will have to ask a million more, and 3 or 4 more videos will have to be made in response to it. So, beyond that, his tutorials were some of the first I had seen. His tutorials were the first ones that I was really linked to, and they were definitely the first ones I learned from and actually tried to emulate. So, go subscribe to him if you haven't already. If you don't want to subscribe to him, at least check out a few of his videos. He has a lot of really great content. He's been featured on quite a few websites. Really, just cool person to look at on YouTube, so definitely go subscribe to him. Big props to him. This is, in fact, a little bit of an homage to his shuffle blogs, so you might see some similar concepts, some similar topics, but I definitely want to branch out from just purely shuffling and purely the concepts that he's done and that other people have done, and go off into a tangent of a million other different things. So, the main thing today is the effects of Melbourne Shuffling on me. To sum it up, start with this video doesn't go on for more than 10 minutes, because I don't like making more than 10-minute videos. I started out, when I was younger, just being the kid that always got picked on, just constantly, 24/7, just everyone, everywhere, constantly, always picking on me. It was just kind of the way things were. You know, people act as if they know you before you get to really know yourself when you're at such a young age, because kids are cruel. It's just kind of the way things are, and just the way life works, and you learn to deal with it. And I didn't have a great way of dealing with it. I kind of just dealt with it in a negative sense. I would sit there and I would cry at night, or I would sit there and I would write stories, which is a good way of coping with it, I think. Writing has always been a big thing of mine, or reading a book. happened, things didn't get much better, and you learn that the people who you think are your friends are actually douchebags, and the people who you think are douchebags turn out to actually be better people than the people who you thought were your friends. Or just bigger douchebags. One of those two options, usually the latter, but sometimes the prior. It happens. Well, high school comes around, I wind up being out for a lot because I was just so tired of bullshit. And I was like, fuck it, nope, I'm done, it's game over, I'm just not gonna go anymore, I'm gonna drop out and get my GED. Excuse me, I'm gonna drop out and get my GED. Tired of it, just done. I don't care, I'll go to trade school, I'll go do something like that, there's money to be made there. And what ended up happening was that, you know, I stopped going to school all the time. I would be out for a month and a half, and then be in there for about 3 days, get sick again, and be out for another 2 or 3 weeks, because the bullying school I was going to was just that bad. And along the way, online, I met a couple of dudes, Jake and Blake and Ben, and, you know, we got to talking, we got to having a lot of fun online, and they said, hey, we're going to this con, we're doing this thing in Pittsburgh in June, you want to come? And I was like, oh, alright, I'll come meet you guys, yeah, we'll hang out for a few days. I wound up going, you know, it took what was supposed to be an 8-hour train ride, which turned into a 10-hour train ride, from New York City, went to Penn Station, because we live in Long Island, so from Long Island to New York City, from New York City to Pittsburgh, in 10 hours, and I got to meet everybody, and I was just so pumped. I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. And then just before that, my buddy Blake was like, hey, I'm learning this dance called freestep, you want to come learn it with me? And I was like, you're a dancer, bro, I'm not a dancer, I don't know how to do any of this bull crap. He's like, no, I don't know how to do it either. I'm like, what, you said you're a dancer? He's like, yeah, but I don't know how to freestep. I'm like, what the hell, what's that mean? You know, I didn't understand the concept of multiple forms of dance, you know. Yeah, I knew, oh, that's ballet and that's breakdancing, but, you know, I was under the assumption that ballet could easily breakdance, or a breakdancer could always just do a backflip and just do them consecutively. You know, that was the concept that I was under, or that, rather, the conception I had in my mind, and that kind of narrow bridge bit of my mind. You know, everybody has a bit of a narrowing in their mind to where they think things are A or B, or they think something is strictly A, when really it's A squared, B to the 5th power. It's always more than it seems. So I wound up going, and my buddy Jake is like this 5'3", nothing of a guy, like just a tiny little guy, despite the fact that he'll probably kick your ass in a day. Just a little guy. And he's 5 or 6 years older than me, something like that. And we wound up going to this rave, we wound up going to this party, this dance party, and he winds up busting out some, like, head spins, and I think he did a couple coin drops, and just crazy stuff. I didn't think he was possible. I did not know it was possible to do the stuff he was doing, being his size. I was like, ah! I know. I was throwing my hands up. I was like, ah, it's amazing, ah! You know, and I got on the dance floor and I was doing little bits of glowing and whatever, and just flipping stuff around. And I got into it, and as things went on and on and on, I got inspired. I was like, ah, damn, I'm learning the free step, and now I'm seeing that Jake can do this crap. That's awesome. And I was learning free step with my buddy Blake. Blake gets into the dance competition. Blake goes from the con that we're at to hospital con because of the fact he busted his foot. His foot goes, like, being like this normally to, like, being like that normally. Like, completely and utterly busted. So, I wind up being like, oh my god, this is crazy. I gotta learn to do stuff. I gotta do stuff. Blake's foot is busted. How the hell am I gonna learn? So I looked up stuff online, and I, of course, found more Melbourne Shuffle videos. Now, I'd already seen videos beforehand, and I just thought, oh, these guys float. They're obviously not human. There's no way I can do that. to a few videos, I start doing it. September rolls around, I do my first video. I got so confident. Not necessarily cocky, but definitely more confident in myself and my own abilities and my ability to learn to do things and in other people to be able to do things I didn't think they were capable of doing. I got to really getting better about myself, you know. I bathed far more often. I would exercise more. You know, I lost a lot of weight. My acne went down, though I still have a bit of, I still have quite a bit of acne, but a lot of it's genetics. Not a hell of a lot you can do. I'm allergic to a lot of products, so it kind of sucks. It is what it is. And, you know, I got to meet so many cool people I wouldn't have met besides there, you know. I met my buddy Trent, my buddy Joe, my other buddy Joe. I met my buddy Ian. I got close with my buddy Matt. I met this guy Ricky. I met my buddy Amir. You know, I met this guy New. Just so many people that I got to know and that I started talking to. It's crazy. You know, I went to a meetup in New York City not that long ago. I think just a few months ago, and it was incredible to me. Just the diversity in the people I was meeting. But the fact that we were all getting along so well, we were just all into so much different stuff. We had completely different styles and viewpoints on all these different subjects and different ways of shuffling. But we were all united by the fact that we were all still rocking. We were all still, you know, connected by the single piece, and that the single piece of thread was made out of steel wool. You know, it was this unbreakable bond that, you know, I feel that all shufflers do share some kind of bond with each other. You know, a true shuffler, you know, someone who's really just gotten into it, who's just devoted themselves to it entirely. You know, I feel like this group of people are is one of the best groups of people in the world, because there's just so much dedication that goes into it. You know, it's months and get away from me, Fluff. There's just so many months and months and months and months of practice that goes into it, you know. Just to get a good running man T-step, a month and a half, 2 months. Like a good running man T-step, to start getting it a little bit cleaner, you know. Just, there's so much that can be done with it. And there's so many people out there that it's just so crazy. And that's kind of just how shuffling has affected me. So, I really want to thank you guys. You can say you're welcome by hopefully clicking the subscribe button above, or maybe click the video. I gotta figure out how to do that once again. You can definitely fave the video. You can like the video. I mean, it's like and fave. I don't know where it's gonna be on my screen. I'll figure that out later. But you can like, fave. Please comment. I do like all comments, even if you're just like, I agree, or hey, that's cool. That's fine. The more comments, the more people that get drawn to it. Comments create conversations. Have conversations. You know. Share the video. There's Facebook. There's Twitter. There's Tumblr. I guess there's Google Plus. There's just so many crazy sites out there. As retarded as that look, that's kind of my body's way of saying crazy. There's just so many crazy different things out there that you guys can use to share this video, and I'd really be appreciative if you guys would share the video and kind of get the word out there for these blogs. Definitely comment with any topics you guys want to hear me talk about. I have a few ideas, but I definitely want to get people's opinions. Really tell me what you think. Alright guys, take it easy. Blur?